Ragan, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm so glad to be able to have you on before your performance in DC this coming
Thank,
Wednesday.
thank you for having me.
Well, I have a long history going back to Blues Alley. I've been going there since the 1980s,
Oh, wow.
and it's been the home of some incredible talent, who've played there many many times. You played there before, I think, and then this is the first time you're playing, live with your own band.
As a
Is that
solo
correct?
artist, yes,
Yes,
yes.
as a solo artist. Yeah. Do you know some of the people who have played there before? Some of the famous people?
I mean, look, I know that this venue has like the ultimate history of all kinds of folks coming through there. I mean, anybody who has been anybody plays at Blues
Yeah.
Alley. So I'm totally stoked, and I'm hoping that some of that energy can get on me.
Some of my favorite artists. And recently, I was just there last month, I think, or I think it was in December. I was there to do a review of John Faddis and his band. And
Nice.
John, yeah, and John's a great trumpet player, and he studied with Dizzy Gillespie. So I mean, there's such a tradition at Blues Alley, and it's a wonderful place to perform. So tell
Yes.
me, what can we expect from you next Wednesday? Are you going to perform some new songs? What are you going to be doing?
Oh, wow. We're gonna bring the funk as we usually do. Um, Definitely some of the newer songs from my latest album, Thrill Ride, and a couple of new, I guess you want to call it not a reimagining, but yeah, maybe a reimagining of a couple of old school tunes that is sure to get people on their feet, and it's just gonna be a night of really positive energy.
That we can all use some of that. Yeah, that's great. And I love the album Thrill Ride, and we feature Thrill Ride on Source Radio. It's part of our daily playlist, and
Oh,
we get
thank
a
you.
yeah, we get a lot of comments on. So we play the whole album. I mean everything on it. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
you
Thank
know,
you.
yeah. So everybody knows about you, and I'm looking forward to being there to cheer you on. And my plan is to do a review for Source Radio, and my reviews appear in the city paper in Washington D.C. also. So we'll get you some exposure in the city paper too. But I wanted people
Oh,
to get a chance to meet you and to know that you're going to be performing at Blues Alley this coming Wednesday, February 21st. Two
yes.
shows at 7 and 9 p.m.
Hmm.
And yeah, and there are still tickets available, are there?
There are a few. There are a few. Yeah.
Okay, well, everybody listening in, you better go and grab those tickets. You can go to the Source Radio page. We'll have a link up tonight with this interview with Reagan, and you can click on it, and it'll take you right to Blues Alley, so you can purchase your tickets. So, um,
Awesome.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Reagan. I've never seen you perform live. Yeah,
Wow. Oh, this is great. And you know what? I've never met you in person
I
all
know.
all this time, and I've never met you in
Yeah,
person. So I'm really looking forward to like
yeah.
actually meeting you.
Yeah, I reached out to you several years ago and asked you to be on the Power Hour, but I think you were on Were you on Dr. G's on Jazz and Coffee? Were you ever on there in
Yes.
the UK? Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Dr. G is the reason that I have Source Radio. I had been in radio with a radio station in Baltimore, and I would develop hosts and how they should be a host to be effective. And I got to know Dr. G, and I was managing a jazz and R&B and blues vocalist, and I got to know him. And I know that along the way, he said, "Why don't you start your own radio station? You should have your own." I said, "Okay." So I did, and then we both talked about you. I told him I was having you on my show, and I think he said he already had you on his show, or he was planning to. But his show reaches 3 million listeners.
That's
His
amazing.
show, yeah, he has the biggest jazz show, I think, anywhere. I think it's the biggest one. And
Wow.
my Power Hour reaches a couple 100,000 people, but nothing like Dr. J. But he's been at it for
There's nothing to sneeze at. So yeah.
yeah. Well, he's been at it for 14 years. So he's built up a huge fan base. And anyway, tonight I'm so pleased to have you on. And again, I want everyone to know that Ragan Whiteside will be performing, and she's a flutist or a flautist. What do you prefer, flautist or flutist?
Whatever floats your boat. I play the flute.
Yeah, and she's a great vocalist, and she'll be performing at Blues Alley, February 21st, Wednesday, this coming week. Two shows, 7 and 9 p.m. So everybody, be sure to come on out, and I'll be there too to say hello to a lot of the Source Radio Network fans. And Reagan, I'm looking forward to meeting you finally.
Yes, likewise. This is gonna be cool.
Wonderful. Well, look, you take care, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, you have a great weekend.
Thanks, you too. All right.
Okay.